happy belated St. Patrick's Day. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. Thank you to the St. Patty's Day Committee that really pulled off another tremendous St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown New York. So we're here today at the Susquehanna Commerce Center for an exciting announcement and to join our partners and our friends and the entire family at Rock Real Estate, which has been doing business throughout central Pennsylvania, but right here, headquartered in the city of York since 2001. So we are very grateful and appreciative to everyone here from the Rock Real Estate family. Thank you, guys. Thank you to our media that are here with us. Thank you to those that are joining in and tuning in on Facebook Live. For anyone, and first and foremost, my name is Kevin Schreiber with the York County Economic Alliance. Happy to be here. For anyone that has been through a real estate purchase or sale, you know that the value of having a friendly, knowledgeable, experienced realtor. And that becomes ever more salient when you're navigating the complexities of commercial, industrial, or retail real estate. Those real estate partners really do play an instrumental role, and they really become a partner to the deal. And Rock Real Estate is synonymous with York. It's well beyond the ubiquitous yellow and blue signage behind me, though testament to their branding efforts that many could probably draw this signage from memory. But the people behind the brand, the team at Rock Real Estate, are ever present throughout our community. They're on boards, they're on committees, showing up at events. They support downtown York, they support our county, and they really wear on their sleeve their passion for community. Rock has built a company that is well beyond real estate. They are trusted advisors, they're friends, they become a partner in York's success just as much as York is a partner in Rock's success. They're at the table helping to shape York's economic future, and they play a very valuable and vital role as a frontline advocate, the advisor, the aggregator of information, and the cheerleader of our York. Beyond city government, beyond economic development folks, Rock is often a partner to the person throughout the entire continuum of their real estate experience. They're often a first impression of our community, and for many years now, they have built not only a lasting impression, but a lasting legacy right here in York. So on behalf of the York County Economic Alliance, I personally wish to congratulate the entire family of Rock Real Estate on the success that they've had to date, and thank them for all the work that they perform daily on behalf of our community and to further its potential. And I have absolutely no doubt on the much excitement and success that rests ahead. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our Mayor of York City, Mayor Michael Helfrich.
Thanks, Kevin. Sorry that I have to follow you all the time, it seems like. He's always got it all down. He covers everything. But I want to thank everyone that's here. Commissioner Riley, Commissioner Hoke, all the entrepreneurs, the investors, everyone that it takes to build our city. And a lot of us here in the room, we're networkers. That's how we get things done. And my friend David has been a networker as well as the rest of his team. You've been amazing networkers, bringing people with dreams together, with places that can make it happen, that they can make it happen. And I met David in that exact same way. But I had a dream. I had a dream to start working on cleaning up the Codorus Creek. And some folks got together back in the end of 2001, beginning of 2002, right towards the beginning of Rock Real Estate, right? And we had this dream to just get a bunch of people in the creek, and we needed a place to organize. And David actually helped me get into the first Codorus Creek Improvement Partnership office at 11 West Philadelphia Street. So I am forever indebted. I would not be standing here if it wasn't for you and your team back then in those early days of my career, my public career. So thank you very much. So over these past 20 years, I'm not the only one you've helped. You've helped people all over the city, and I do congratulate you on this auspicious occasion. Thank you for being part of building up our city. We see it all around, and again, as Kevin said, we see your name synonymous with that growth throughout the city. So I want to congratulate you on this new milestone, congratulate your whole new team, or your whole team, and we look forward to working with you as we grow and grow and grow. As you said right before I came up here, we've seen it, we've watched it, we've participated in it. I see so many of you around here that have been here from the very beginning. So thank you very much, and with that, David Bodie.
Thank you. I don't know, following the two of them, a lot of people say, you're a salesman, you get up there and talk. And when we look at our team, we don't look at ourselves as salespeople, we look at ourselves as educators. So thank you for the kind words. Again, I thank you for everyone that's coming out. Mayor Helfrich, the downtown market, I've said this 30 years ago when I switched from residential to commercial and moved downtown in the business. York is going to get there in 10 years. Every year I'd say, York's going to get there in 10 years. Well, York is there. We are there. And I know you have a but even though we're here, it doesn't stop. It continues. You need to continue involved. You need to continue with the next phase of development and improvement. So we look forward to the next 10 years, but this time we have a home in downtown New York where you can work, live, and play and have a good time. So if you've never come down to First Friday, it's the time to visit York, because I can assure you, you'll be surprised at the amount of people in downtown York. Also, Kevin, thank you for the kind words. Certainly appreciate that. You always kick off the meeting pretty well. And Commissioner Hope, Commissioner Riley, thank you. All the guests, associates, I'd like to thank them for being here. And also I want to point out Mandy Arnold and her team at Gavin, who've done just a phenomenal job throughout the past. I know Jason Altman's here as well, and he's probably had quite a few sleepless nights in the past few days as we're getting to this point, but we're excited that we're here. And again, thank you for your commitment to your team, but also to us. We started this 3 years ago. We're really taking a look at, how do we want to grow and what do we need to do? And it really started with our platform, our contact management software, property database, and looking at that as far back as 3 years ago. And then really getting serious about implementing that a couple years ago and going forward. You need to continue involved no matter what business you're in. You can take a look at the retail industry right now, the bricks and mortar, the retail. All the name brands that you've seen around, whether it's the Sears, the Bon-Ton, the JCPenney's, the ones that a lot of us, at least my age, went to, those were the stores you went to. And as retail, e-commerce has evolved from a $5 billion sales model to now $555 billion, that model has changed. And those retailers that have changed to go along with it are still in existence today. And then you have some of the giants that have 50% of the business. But what's interesting is for every $1 billion of increase in e-commerce, there needs to be another 1.25 million square feet of industrial space. So you're going from the product being on the shelves at the store to big racks in the warehouse space. And over the next 3 years, they anticipate we're going to need another 191 million square feet of industrial space. So, those are trying times, they're evolving times. You got to stay with it. So we want to as well. I mean, we've been in business since 2001, 18 years. We have 30 associates. There are a couple that I want to invite up to the podium or just acknowledge if you stand forward. But last year, the beginning of last year, with those 30 associates, we actually hired 5 new associates last year in preparation for all of this growth and so this announcement today. First, more on the brokerage standpoint, we have Stacy Angrum that came on board at the beginning of the year. Stacy, going up. Right followed behind Stacy was Nate Resch. Nate. Again, both leading into the brokerage side. Then we had another transition. I don't know if Ben Bodie's here, but Ben Bodie is not a new associate. Come on up. Ben was in the brokerage business. He's been with the company 13 years. So he didn't start last year. He transitioned several years ago to our property management group. And as we needed depth in the brokerage side, he made the decision to come back into brokerage. And then filling his spot in the transition was Tyler Miller. Tyler Smith. Tyler came on board. I think all of you guys came on board the first quarter last year, maybe. So Tyler is in our property management group. As a matter of fact, this condominium association that you're in right now, we manage the association, the common elements, and Tyler heads that up. And then Rachel Hutchinson came on board as a brokerage assistant. And then last but not least for last year was Andre. Is Andre here? Andre came from the Virginia market. Actually, if you're familiar with CoStar, he used to work for CoStar and came on as a research analyst, which is really helping us build up our database, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But 5 new faces, a familiar face to the industry, but again, we're adding young talent into our industry, and that's important for our continued success and growth. So thank you all for Also, I'm thrilled to announce that last year we actually surpassed the $1.3 billion in transaction volume since we started. When you look back, it's just amazing that we're at that point. I would say probably in the next year and a half, we'll definitely hit that 1.5 billion mark. Hopefully sooner as we continue to grow. So we're looking forward to the exciting times. But with that, we really want to thank our community and a lot of our clients. Without you guys, it is not possible. It really isn't. We believe in the community. That's why we're in downtown Newark and support downtown Newark, because it's very important to not only our brand, but our culture and who we are as Rock Associates. So it's fun to be downtown. There's a lot to do downtown, and we look forward to it. When the sun stays out for an entire 10+ days and it doesn't rain, it's even more exciting. You can walk
We're working on it.
You're working on that? Good. I think as Kevin has mentioned, we've grown, and I think our brand has certainly been synonymous with commercial real estate. We have at any given time approximately 300 bold yellow and blue signs out there. The logo stands out. It's really important. If you're driving along 83 at 60 miles an hour, whatever you're supposed to drive at, you might see a property way off in the distance, and you may not be able to read the sign, but a lot of people that have seen our logo and our brand around for 18 years know something must be going on with that property, because I recognize the brand. I see that bright yellow and blue, so that's important to us. But to stay ahead of the market, we need to continue to evolve. And although we love our brand, our signage, it is a time to change. So today, there's just one of several announcements, and the first one that we want to announce is our new brand. So I'd like to invite my partners up, Ted Turnbull, Barry Willison. Again, we go back to Gavin, when we first met them, and talking about the brand and, refreshing the logo. And it's like, whew, I don't know, we've had this logo for 18 years, you got to be really careful with the brand, so you better hit a home run. And I'll tell you, they didn't hit a home run. We think in our office they hit a grand slam. Well, we'll show you. You can see we have it. It's still a bold look, but it's simple, it's crisp, it's fresh. They tried to keep the rock in there with the different coloration of the letters, and that means whole new signage. It means all new marketing material. It means everything. So I think that's a good ploy for marketing companies to say you need to change your brands, because it gets them everything else. Right? So this is what you'll start seeing pop up. We're going to have probably several dozen signs transition this week into next week. We're certainly not going to transition all 300 signs throughout central Pennsylvania. They'll evolve as new listings come on, but you should start seeing something a little different. We'll see if people pick up on it. People that haven't been here and haven't heard Facebook Live or wherever you're recording this. But we're also, with this, thrilled to launch a new website. This is important because this is the place where all the consumers, vendors, bankers, they go to and they're looking for a resource in the commercial real estate market. So what we did, we tweaked our old website. Actually, we didn't tweak it. We just started over, I should say. It's a whole brand new website. It'll be transitioned later today. I think we have all the licenses as soon as Nevada wakes up in Las Vegas. they have the last switch, so when they wake up today, and hopefully they went out for St. Patrick's Day like last night, you'll see this and you'll be able to go on and really navigate. I think it's going to be a lot cleaner, a lot easier to navigate. But there's a lot of important tools and resources for all the visitors. You know, one, the GIS mapping is a sort of new term in our industry for the last several years, but it's really taking demographic information and providing it through a visual and a mapping to really give the experience to the user. What does this really mean for my business? You know, where do my people that work here come from? Where are my potential customers? Where do they live? What kind of money do they have that is expendable? You know, are they more of a retiree, or are they a new up-and-coming baby boomer? I mean, there's so many different things that we can put into play if the user needs it. Yeah, 3D visualization. Drew's here. It takes up to 3D visualization. You know, a lot of times it's hard for people to visualize this availability. What could it look like? And it could be a raw piece of land, it could be in an old industrial building, but really getting in there and giving some ideas of what you can do with it is important in today's market. And then something we've done for many years, it is hard to get good data on the market. We're not a major metro market. Sorry, Mary Alfred, just people don't see us as that. But you know, the CoStars of the world, they have really good statistical information for those major metro markets. When it comes to a secondary, tertiary market, it's bits and pieces, it's not accurate. We have a research analyst that I've pointed out, Andre, who came on board. His only job is all day long, every day, going out, searching a lot of different internet sites, LoopNets, the CoStars, and bringing that information together so we have a database that's as accurate as possibly could be in the communities that we work in. So we thank him because without any of our support staff, we couldn't do what we do. They're amazing, and they're add a lot of value. But with Andre back on board, one thing that we have done in the past, we took about a year or so off in making sure that the information is accurate, but the quarterly reports are going to be live again. You'll be able to get the 2018 Q4 on there, and then we'll keep it up going forward. Now that we're surpassing the 1.3 billion in sales, you know, we need to solidify our commitment to the region and continue our growth. So another announcement that we want to inform everyone today is we are opening up a larger office in Lancaster. We have a place at 313 West Liberty Street, Liberty Place. If you know Ed Dragaris, the Dragaris companies developed this old Armstrong facility, about 167,000 square feet, similar to the size of these two buildings, but it's an older building, stately building. But we've gone into our suite and we've really jazzed it up. It's got the old rough walls that we just did all new walls. We painted it, the ceilings, the LED lights, we have carpet squares that are bright and vibrant. We have all new furniture. I know that the three people that live in that market that go to that office more and more as it's getting finished here any day. You know, all the desk raised up and down, and it's all the bells and whistles. And it's important to us because, again, you know, we need to attract additional talent. We want to attract young talent. And those may seem simple things, but they're important to people today. And again, we're expanding our space so we can invite the clients in and have a good user experience. So we're excited about that. Stay tuned. I think there's a couple pieces of furniture that didn't come in the first shipment. We should get that here in the beginning of April, and we'll announce a ribbon cutting ceremony and an open house, hopefully sometime in April, maybe shortly thereafter, but stay tuned. And with that, you know, again, we wanted to make a commitment to the Lancaster market. We dabble over there, we've done business over there, but it's time that we really get into that market and show them this team concept and what it really means, because it is important in our culture. I mean, you come into our office, it's a completely different culture than most real estate offices. Finish up here, you know, while we continue to grow, we know how important it is to be involved in the community. We've heard it before, you know, all of our people get involved in a lot of different ways. It remains core to Rock of being involved in the community. That's what we're about. So today we're excited to announce the second year that we're again going to support Give Local New York. And with that, I'd like Megan to come up from Give Local New York to the podium. If you don't know anything about Give Local New York, last year was their first year, and in the one day, they raised $1.5 million to support 200 different nonprofit organizations. This year, you want to come up and talk about it? I don't want to take your time.
I won't hold you too long. So last year was our very first year. Like Dave said, we raised $1.5 million in just 24 hours. So Give Local York is back this year on Friday, May 3rd, and our goal is to raise $3 million in 24 hours for hopefully 300 local nonprofits. And it wouldn't be without the support of different organizations and businesses like Rock, who really make this day successful. So we're very appreciative.
With that, we have a trust for you today. We'll have, look at you, you're good at all. Ted? Good. It's always the case.
All right.
We'd like to give you a check for $5,000 to start
Yeah.
off the year. You can take that to any local bank and mail it.
Done. Got it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Again, I can't thank you all enough for participating in the kind words. They really mean a lot to me. I really appreciate that. It's about relationships. That's what this business is about. And we have it here with our vendor partners, with the community partners, with our clients. We can't thank you enough. So thank you for coming out and spending your time with us. Thank you.